Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pharmacology Vault. Today, we're unlocking one of the most powerful brakes in the human nervous system, the GABAergic system. If the brain is a supercomputer, then GABA is the cooling system that prevents it from overheating. Let's unpack the biochemistry, pharmacology, and clinical relevance of this incredible neurotransmitter. At its core, the GABAergic system is the brain's primary inhibitory network. It revolves around GABA, or gamma-aminobutyric acid, the chief inhibitory neurotransmitter in the central nervous system. GABA's role is to put the brakes on overactive neurons, essentially acting as a buffer against the excitatory storm led by glutamate. Without GABA, the brain would be in constant overdrive, leading to seizures, anxiety, and neural burnout. How does the brain make GABA? The process begins with glutamate, a highly excitatory neurotransmitter. An enzyme called glutamic acid decarboxylase, GAD, converts it into GABA. Think of GAD as the alchemist transforming an excitatory force into a calming shield. Once synthesized, GABA is packaged into vesicles within GABAergic neurons and released into synapses when these neurons are activated. Where is this happening? Pretty much everywhere, from the cerebral cortex, which handles thoughts and decisions, to the hippocampus, where memories are made, down to the spinal cord, where movement and pain are processed. GABA's effects depend on which receptor it binds to. GABA A is an ionotropic receptor. Think of it like an electronic gate that opens up when GABA binds. It allows chloride ions, Cl, to rush into the neuron, making the inside more negative and less likely to fire. This leads to immediate and powerful inhibition. GABA B, on the other hand, is a metabotropic G-protein coupled receptor. It takes the scenic route, decreasing calcium entry, increasing potassium exit, and reducing cyclic AMP levels. This causes slower but prolonged inhibition, fine-tuning the neuronal response over time. Here's a tip. Drugs like benzodiazepines and barbiturates work by enhancing GABA A, creating a calming, sedative effect, which is why they're used for anxiety, seizures, and sleep disorders. The GABAergic system isn't just a calming agent, it's a regulatory mastermind. 1. Prevents overexcitation, protects neurons from excitotoxicity, which can lead to cell death. 2. Regulates mood and anxiety. A balanced GABA tone keeps you calm, grounded, and emotionally stable. 3. Controls motor coordination, especially in the basal ganglia, where precise movements are planned and executed. 4. Facilitates sleep. GABA quiets the brain's internal chatter, making it easier to fall and stay asleep. 5. Modulates pain. It dampens pain signals both in the spinal cord and higher brain centers. The balance between excitation and inhibition is essential for normal brain function. It allows us to think clearly, move smoothly, and respond appropriately to our environment. GABA helps maintain this balance by controlling excessive neuronal activity. When this balance is disrupted, it can lead to disorders like epilepsy, anxiety, schizophrenia, and depression. Simply put, a stable brain depends on this delicate equilibrium, and GABA is key to keeping it intact. When GABA's inhibitory shield weakens, chaos unfolds. Here's what can go wrong. Epilepsy. With reduced GABA activity, neurons fire uncontrollably, leading to seizures. Anxiety disorders. GABA underactivity fails to buffer stress signals, leading to chronic worry and panic. Insomnia. If GABA isn't calming the cortex, sleep becomes elusive. Schizophrenia and depression. Altered GABA signaling disrupts cognitive and emotional regulation. Huntington's disease. Here, GABAergic neurons in the striatum degenerate, causing jerky movements and cognitive decline. Let's talk therapeutics. How do we harness GABA in medicine? Benzodiazepines, like diazepam, bind to GABA A receptors, making them more responsive to GABA, perfect for anxiety and panic. Barbiturates. More potent than benzos, used in anesthesia and epilepsy, but with higher risk. Vigabatrin. Inhibits the enzyme that breaks down GABA, increasing its availability, used in severe epileptic disorders. Baclofen. A GABA B agonist, especially useful in treating spasticity from multiple sclerosis or spinal injuries. GABA and glutamate are the brain's two main neurotransmitters, and they play opposite roles. GABA is the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter. It reduces neuron firing by causing hyperpolarization, Its main receptors are GABA A and GABA B, and it's closely linked to disorders like anxiety, epilepsy, and insomnia. Glutamate, on the other hand, is the main excitatory neurotransmitter. It increases neuronal activity through depolarization, acting on NMDA, AMPA, and kainate receptors. It's essential for learning and memory, but excessive glutamate can lead to stroke, epilepsy, and excitotoxicity. Together, they maintain the brain's excitation-inhibition balance. GABA prevents overactivation, while glutamate drives cognitive function. Let's summarize what we've learned. GABA is the principal inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. Acts via GABA A, fast, and GABA B, slow, receptors. Vital for mood, sleep, movement, and seizure control. Dysfunction leads to major neurological and psychiatric disorders. Medications target the GABA system to treat anxiety, epilepsy, insomnia, and more. If this deep dive helped clear the fog around GABA, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. What neurotransmitter should we explore next? Dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine? Let us know in the comments. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, only here on the Pharmacology Vault.